If you watched our last video, you know that chugging plain water fails to achieve total hydration on its own. Even when athletes add electrolytes to the mix, they frequently overlook the specific mineral doing the heavy lifting deep inside the cells: potassium. True hydration depends on supplying your body with the charged minerals required to conduct electricity. While other minerals circulate in your bloodstream, potassium operates almost entirely within the actual cell walls. Most people don't realize that potassium acts as one of the primary electrical switches keeping your cells functioning. Think of a cell membrane as a biological battery. Positively charged sodium clusters outside, and potassium packs inside, creating an electrical gradient. When your brain signals a movement, these gates open. Sodium rushes in, potassium rushes out, rapidly flipping the electrical charge. This electrochemical exchange sparks across the neuromuscular junction, providing the trigger that allows your muscle fibers to contract. Once the signal finishes, specialized pumps immediately push the potassium back inside and the sodium back outside, resetting the battery for the next movement. Without this constant swapping of charged minerals, water remains passive in your system. Potassium is the literal spark that makes the biological machine run. That same electrical pulse allows your heart to maintain a steady rhythm. Potassium also counterbalances sodium's effect on blood pressure by signaling your kidneys to excrete excess salt. But here's the problem. Potassium is fundamentally tied to sodium. It cannot perform these functions in isolation. Evolutionarily, humans consumed massive amounts of potassium from plants and very little salt. Today, we've reversed that trend, flooding our systems with processed sodium while starving our cells of whole food potassium. This chart shows the severity of that imbalance. Despite massive sodium intake, less than 2% of adults get enough dietary potassium. Salt volume is only half the story. The true driver of cellular health is the ratio between these two minerals. This is where it gets interesting, specifically regarding what happens when your internal battery runs low on potassium, a condition known as hypokalemia. A minor drop leads to localized symptoms like unexplained muscle weakness, random twitching, deep fatigue, or severe muscle cramps during training. A severe deficiency puts your cardiovascular system at risk. Because potassium resets the electrical signal after every heartbeat, a lack of it can lead to dangerous, life-threatening heart arrhythmias. A sudden cramp or an irregular heartbeat is a fundamental failure of your cellular battery, running out of the potassium required to keep sodium in check. This connection changes how you should think about hydration, particularly regarding athletic performance. Intense exercise causes massive sodium loss through sweat. However, your cells still require a steady supply of potassium to maintain their internal fluid balance and physically fire the recovering muscles. While protein and pre-workout get the attention, the basic mineral balance is what actually lets your muscles fire properly. Bananas provide a decent start, but they fall short of being the potassium kings most people assume they are. This chart shows how standard foods stack up. The potassium density of baked potatoes, lentils, and cooked spinach completely towers over the measure of a single banana. Sweet potatoes, tomatoes, avocados, and winter squash offer highly concentrated sources. Because your body absorbs minerals most efficiently this way, you should fix your ratio with real food rather than aggressive supplementation. Because potassium directly controls your heart rhythm, individuals with kidney issues or those on blood pressure medication must consult a doctor before dramatically altering their intake. Proper hydration relies on the deep cellular electricity that powers human movement. Potassium is a quiet powerhouse, the mineral helping your nerves fire, your muscles contract, your cells hold fluid, and keeping sodium under control.